Hello, everyone. It is I. And I notice an issue with the background already. Why is it doing that? Hold on, it's doing. Hold on. What? Hold on. There's a pat on my head. Hold on. Okay, we should be good. What is saying? Hello, everyone. We are here on a wonderfully emotional experience. Oh, is it good? Okay, it's good. We're here to experience the Doki of the Literature Club. We're going to be exploring the last story that we have not explored yet. And we're probably going to cry. We're probably going to cry just a little bit, just a teeny tiny bit. And I guess if we have extra time, we're going to keep going with the main game too, because that exists too, I suppose. But first, let me do the honors. But before I do the honors, gotta get the hoodie up, and also gotta get the tail wagging. But hello, everyone. First head pat goes to Kapat. Glitched reality with the first Patteroonie. And then we have the next song, and then we have Bordude. Hello, Bordude. Hello, Samoy. Hello, Mr. Jumbles. Hello, Jose. Hello, Mini Remi, and hello, Bale. So many faces, so many people to head pat today. But yes, we are going to play Doki Doki. We're gonna have a great time. And if you tune in until the end, I might even give you a little sneak peek at the little song cover I have for Doki Doki. That's right, I'm feeling generous tonight. Well, yes, I'm very excited. I'm very excited. Yeah, Pog? Yeah, well, is that the Pog equivalent? I don't know. That's like a shocked face, the YouTube version of Pog, perhaps. First, Pat's the Fox. Correct decision. Let's make sure that Princess Head Pat bot is working. Which of the Doki Doki even autocorrect doesn't know how to spell that correctly for me. Google, help me. Literature. Why is the word spelled so stupidly? Like, come on. Literature. Who designed this word? What an absolute doofus. Ask which of the Doki Doki Literature Club girls are the best. Tell me, Princess. Tell me right now. Who is the best girl, and why is it Sayori? Huh? No? Huh? Are you lying? Princess? Are you? Oh, you're mapped to the wrong stupid sound thing. Hold on. Do the thing.
Test Pat.
Okay, now you're alive. No, let's try it one more time. It sounds exactly like how it's spelled. That's a lie. That's a lie.
My dear chat, the best Doki Doki Literature Club girl is obviously the one who appreciates head pats the most.
Which is?
For it is a true sign of grace and elegance.
Which is?
And of course, she must possess a fondness for fluffy tails and dreamy plushies like our dear Remi. Just a humble opinion from a humble Princess Head Pat bot. Pat.
You are not humble Princess Head Pat bot. That was a cop-out answer. I'm gonna boot up the game, but let's try that one more time. Alright, I'm gonna move you guys here.
Oh dear chat. Surely the best Doki Doki Literature Club girl is the one who appreciates the art of head pats and hugs the most, don't you think? Pat.
God damn it. Why can't you give us a straight answer, Princess? Maybe if we like say the names specifically, maybe her brain is merely too smooth to know who are the girls in Doki Doki McLiterature Club. Alright, booting game up now. Pat. And also another pat for good measure. And pat. Huh? What? Huh? Hello. I was very confused there for a second. I believe we're all good here. Let's zoop. Princess head pat bot on my side. None. Princess flop. Her nickname is wow. It's way too pink. Hold on, we just gotta reinstall the best wallpaper. Here we go. Yeah. Much better. 404 stream not found. What do you mean? The stream's right here. See this fox bouncing around? That's me. That means the stream's alive and well. Been getting the suspicious emails. We have, oh, that's where we have the file section. No, we got happy thoughts. Very nice. That's from the main campaign. We have, can you hear me? Okay, okay. None of these, okay, can't do anything. I hate this. No matter how many times you play, it's all the same. It'd be really, really easy to kill myself right now, but that would mean I don't get to talk to you anymore. All I want is for you to hate them. Why is that so hard? Okay. Universe 1 Monica, you're kind of a little bit crazy. Just a little bit. I don't know what, this would be a lot easier if I just deleted her. Just, you know, do a little, oh, that's right, Sierra's in here. Could always just, you know, just a little pat on the delete button. But we're not gonna cross that bridge yet. We're not gonna cross that bridge. We're gonna do self-love, which is gonna be Natsuki and Yuri. And did my mouse just go offline? Uh-oh. Hello? I smacked the desk so hard that all my USB devices died. I see. I love how the trace back is a real crash of a custom error message. It's that attention to detail. Beep boop. I love side stories. Let me just enhance Fox mode. What? Ah. Okay. Let me turn off care UIs. Burn my retinas a little bit. Here we go. There's no music. It's a little bit awkward. It's only been one day since Yuri's letter was delivered to Natsuki. With Monika's help. That's right, in the last episode, Yuri felt bad because she was kind of a dick to Natsuki, so she wrote a letter with Monika's cheerleading assistance. That's right. A real Renpai crash message. Not sure if it actually caused by an exception. Because Yuri chose not to attend the club meeting that day, she and Natsuki haven't faced each other since. Got a little bit of tension there. Although it's only lunchtime, Yuri finds herself anxiously counting the hours until she will need to face the outcome of her efforts, whether good or bad. And because the passing by of students was making her feel even more anxious, Yuri picked out the most secluded spot she could find to spend her lunch. Because this staircase is under maintenance, no student would have any reason to come here. It's such a relaxing feeling to have a moment of solitude in the middle of a frantic school day. Surprise! This is your super secret secluded spot, but no one has any reason to come here. What do you mean? Well, let's see if I can drink this tea, maybe. That is a firm no. I didn't have to put my lips to it. That's still very hot. I will instead sip this water. Very sip, very sip. What are you doing here, huh? I just, Yuri grips her book with enough force to wrinkle the pages beneath the pressure of her thumbs. What are you doing here, huh? Natsuki? Pout? I just came to get a drink from the vending machine. The other one is out of the drink I like. Yuri notices Natsuki fidgeting with a few coins between her fingers. Oh, that's awkward. That's really awkward. She nods, avoiding eye contact. Natsuki is also looking away, shuffling over to the vending machine. Shuffle, shuffle. It's so quiet that every one of her movements seems to reverberate through the entire stairwell. After far too long, she finally receives her beverage, which she then fidgets with in place of the coins. It's some sort of iced tea, which I really wish I had some ice for my tea right about now. But instead of leaving right away, Natsuki just stands in place. She glances all around her. It's like way too quiet here. It's creepy. I mean, that's not what I meant. Really, I mean, it's totally cool that it's your thing or whatever, but like I can see how it suits you, so it's... Hello there, femboy. Kirito. Kirito. Hello, welcome to the stream, Pat. Not because I think you're creepy or something. I didn't mean that. You know, I'm just gonna stop talking. That seems like a good idea. No. It's okay. Everything is okay. Yuri finds herself attempting some words of comfort after hearing Natsuki stammer herself into dejection. Seemingly in response, Natsuki approaches the base of the staircase and hesitantly sits herself down near Yuri. Well, I can leave if you want. Yuri shakes her head. Natsuki twists the cap off of her drink and takes a little sip Remi. Despite receiving Yuri's general permission, Natsuki doesn't say anything more. Yuri continues to read, or at least pretends to. Sip. And the two just sit there for a long time. The tension seems to fade a little bit as time passes. Even without any words, this seemed to mean at least something, though it's not clear what that may be. Lunch ends more quickly than expected. Natsuki is the first to stand up with her empty drink bottle. Are ya coming today? No, to the club? The literature club? You know, the one on the title of the game? Yuri nods. As Power from Chainsaw Man once said, Lebanon. You're a Lebanon! Did he say that? I have zero recollection. My memory is that of a goldfish. I'm sorry for, being so awkward. I'm really bad about, talking about this stuff. I just can't, for some reason. I don't know. I don't know why. But I want to. Eventually. There is no rush. I promise. Thanks. Ah, they're cute! The next day... Well, did she go to the literature club? Why don't... Tell me, game! Natsuki appears from around the corner and steps up to the vending machine, glancing at Yuri as she does so. Today, she seems to be holding some kind of book.
The club, the literature club that we go to. That club.
Yeah, thank you, Princess Head Patbot. Today she seems to be holding some kind of a book. One might even call it some sort of literature. Oh, you're here again. Well, I just came here to read this because, there aren't that many people here. Oh, I thought you didn't like how quiet it was. Well, I don't, but there's, no people here. I see. You see, Yuri, you don't count as people. Natsuki sits down. The mood feels much different today than it did yesterday. After yesterday's lunch and the club meeting that followed, Natsuki and Yuri are beginning to feel a little bit more relaxed. Although Yuri's letter is still lingering in the back of Natsuki's mind, she continues to detour around it. I'm trying to remember, did we get to read that letter? I don't think we did. I think we as I don't think it was us as Yuri. I think it was us as a different character read a letter from, oh no, we were Sayori reading the letter from Natsuki about, you know, wanting space and stuff. But it's okay that I'm here. Yeah, I don't care. I mostly just don't feel like, you know, dealing with the crap I get from my friends about it. We read Natsuki's poem, that's it. Especially since they're like, no, they all just assume I stopped reading manga after I joined the literature club. Not that I'm trying to hide it from them, you know, exactly. But I just don't want it to come out again after I waited so long for this new volume to come out. Literally months at this point. You don't have any other friends who are into manga? Not unless online friends count. And Sayori, but that's different because she's not exactly, you know, into it. She just likes it. You know what I mean? She's not a weeb. Honestly, you're lucky that the books that you're lucky that the books you're into at least just look like books, so you don't have to feel like everyone is constantly judging you by what you're reading. That would be awful. Especially since I already hate attention so much. Well, it's a good thing I have thick skin, I guess. By the way, I would totally recommend finding some friends online if you haven't already. If you're like me and have no one to share your hobbies with. Oh, I have online friends. Since middle school, actually. I was especially desperate back then. It's somewhat embarrassing to reminisce about those days. Sometimes I feel like the me from a few years ago would have benefited from a good smack across the face. Just a little kapah! And just one of those. Oh, whatever. We were all just stupid kids back then anyway. Some of the fanfics I wrote, thank God I use a pseudonym. Natsuki admitting to writing fanfictions, let's go! But I liked it at the time. I got a lot of fulfillment out of it. And plus, I can look back and say with confidence that I've become a better person since then. So I don't think I would change anything. Now that is a good, healthy mindset to have, Natsuki. Kapat! I wonder if a few years from now, we'll think the same thing about our current selves. Ha! Probably. Closes Yuri x Natsuki fanfiction. Honestly, these two, they gotta kiss already. Just go a little smooch. That doesn't make you uncomfortable? No, of course not. I don't care what other people think of me, especially someone who doesn't even exist yet. Alright, here. Natsuki raises her hand to her face and forcefully slaps her own cheek. That's me from the future coming to terms with me right now. Also, ow, I didn't mean to hit that hard. Yuri doesn't seem to react. But then, to Natsuki's surprise, Yuri shyly looks the other way before lifting her arm and doing the same thing to herself, doing a little She turns red and stares into her lap, but is unable to hide a smile as though it was a really funny joke. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. I didn't know you had it in you. I don't even know I did that. Maybe I thought it would be funny. Sorry, I keep distracting you. You said you were looking forward to reading, but I keep going on about all this nonsense. I'll let you get back to your reading. Oh, right. Yeah, I guess I'll do that then. The conversation ends quickly and Natsuki opens her book. Yay, they're so cute! The two read silently for the remainder of the lunch hour. But the whole time, Yuri feels distracted by a twist of regret over having so abruptly forced the end to the conversation. It's technically what Natsuki wanted, right? When she was with Sayori, she was like, yo, like, let's chill out a little bit. You're being a little bit much right now. Also, is a screen... On top of the screen is ever so slightly clipped out for you guys. Let me just fix that really fast so you can appreciate the top 2 pixels of Yuri's head. What? All of you are very welcome. See, now you can appreciate the little bit of hair right there. Yeah, I'm lying. I'm here to lay low again. Another day has passed. During lunchtime, Natsuki finds herself having wandered to the stairwell once more. Hey, did you buy that? Natsuki quickly notices a bottle of iced tea on the staircase where she normally sits. Yuri nods, avoiding eye contact. What, like, for me? But you didn't know I was coming here today. What if I didn't show up? Well, I would have drank it myself, I guess. It was a stupid thing to do. No, it wasn't stupid. It's thought... Never mind. Look, they're both doing the same expression. Just shut up and kiss already. My God. What I meant to say is, thank you. And that's a really nice gesture. It's okay if you don't feel that way. I do. It was just the other things that I didn't mean. I swear, believe me, please. Yuri pauses and then nods. Talking is hard. I get it wrong a lot too. I feel you there, buddy. So I believe you. Natsuki exhales in relief and then sits down next to Yuri and takes a drink. Sip, 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 sips. Knowing Yuri, she was probably overthinking it so much that Natsuki's tepid response filled her... Knowing Yuri, she was probably overthinking it so much that Natsuki's tepid response filled her with self-doubt. I'll do something nice for you next time. Please, don't feel obliged to. I want to! I want to do nice things too. Okay. Thank you? You can thank me after I figure out how to do something nice. I'll do it too then. Natsuki sighs. Huh? Nothing. It just reminds me of how I haven't been getting along with my friends lately. Is that why you've been coming here? But, no. Not exactly. I haven't been avoiding them on purpose or anything. There are just other things I'd rather be doing during lunch lately. I like being around them when they're all just having fun, but they also just can't take anything seriously. So when I don't know, feeling serious, then their attitudes just get on my nerves. And it's only gotten worse ever since I joined the literature club. How come? I don't know. I feel like I used to be really good with just putting up with it, because it would be so stupid to cause drama over a joke I didn't like or something. But I just have a hard time doing that lately. But it's my fault for being so overly sensitive. If I have a problem, I'm not going to demand for everyone else around me to change. But yeah, I know. Monica and Suri really don't agree with that kind of a thing. But they're not in my position, so it's easy for them to say that you should just communicate your feelings or whatever. It's not like my friend group does that kind of thing. I would just be making an embarrassment of myself. Sorry, none of this has anything to do with you. I don't know why I'm talking about it. Oh, poor Natsuki. Pat, 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 pat. It's okay. I like listening. What? Listening to other people's problems? That's weird. Sorry. I just like learning about people. Do you think it's weird? No, that's not weird. I just probably misunderstood. So, I don't know. Does that mean I should keep going? If you like. Okay. Well, I don't know what to talk about now. What are some things that you like about your friends? A lot of things. I mean, they're really fun to hang out with, like after school and on the weekends. And they really like my baking. And it's fun to complain about school together. They make me laugh a lot. And we have a lot of good memories, inside jokes. Oh. I'm bad at a lot of those things. So. Yo, is that a source I see in chat? Kapat! Natsuki here struggling with basic human interaction. Oh, it's a train wreck between both of these. Oh, let's take a little test sip of this tea. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. We went with the kava tea again today. The sedating, the relaxing, the head pat inducing tea. It's got a very earthy smell to it. Very nice. Also, I've been watching ReZero again. I never watched season 2 and 3. I only ever watched season 1, and it's so nice to go back through it. It's like the anime that got me into anime, so it's like a trip down memory lane. Has anyone watched ReZero? Anyone in the chat, show of hands. New season is pretty good so far. Is it still like in the middle of releasing episodes? I thought it was like out, but then again, I also haven't been keeping very close track of it at all. Are those all things that are important to you? It is in IIRC. What the heck is IIRC? Well, kind of. They're not things I need to get out of everyone. I'll check 2 episodes. Second half is really... Oh, okay. That's literally perfect then. I'll be able to like finish watching it with everyone as they finish it. And who knows, maybe I'll do a song cover of some of the music from there. Wow. If I recall correctly, I've never seen that abbreviation before. Yum, 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 yum. That's really good tea. That's really good tea, guys. Well, kind of, but they're not things I need out of, like, you know, everyone. Everyone in the club is really different from that. But I'm still friends with them, too. Well, Sayori really likes your baking. And she makes you laugh. And she complains a lot. That doesn't mean she's anything like my other friends. Well, unlike them, she's a nice person who cares about your feelings. Damn! Holy hell, Yuri, you're just going out swinging. Excuse me? How about you don't talk that way about my friends that you know nothing about? Natsuki stands up. Uh-oh. No way. I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. I didn't mean that. I didn't want to say anything bad. Please don't leave. Natsuki sighs and shakes her head. It's fine. As long as you understand that you can't just judge people like that. I'm sorry. Natsuki sits back down. You can't just compare friends like that and like measure who's better than who. Everyone's different. I'm sorry. I just fidgets with hair. I just don't like people who want to hurt you. A moment of silence stretches between them. They don't want to hurt me. We just like to tease each other about stupid things. It's fun. I don't like that. Well, that's why I'm friends with them, and you're not. Damn. Also, hello, Artsy! Pat, 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 pat. If I recall correctly, this is a fan favorite. Wow. You like it? Just, you know, don't worry so much about me. It's not worth it. I'm sorry. I wish I knew how to help with social conflicts, like how Monica can. She's good at those things. Not really. Also, I don't always want help. Sometimes it's stuff I just have to deal with myself. This may have been a good screenshot too. Yoink. That's what Monica and Sayori never seem to understand. Sometimes all you do is look at them wrong and they're like, oh, what's wrong? Is everything all right? Is everything okay? I just want to mind my own business sometimes and decide myself if I want to talk about things. The only one who understands that is you. Oh, that's adorable. So you really shouldn't be so hard on yourself. You're not as bad as you think. Oh, you don't need to reassure me or anything. I mean that. Plus, it makes sense that someone who doesn't talk a lot would make a good listener. Thank you. You're also nice. Kiss, 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 kiss. Like the new art ones. I have no idea what you mean by new art ones. Yum, 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 yum. It's really hard for me. It doesn't come naturally at all. It's so weird because I always thought of myself as someone who can just say whatever's on my mind. But I feel like that only works when I'm annoyed or upset or I don't want to say something
Sorry
mean.
to interrupt, but I did some research the other day. It seems Yuri is not my clone, but my ancestor, 200 years in the future. Oh no, our bloodline is in danger.
Sorry, Princess had Pat Bob, but her name is literally Yuri. Like, come on. Come on. The one with Sayori hugging Yuri. Oh. I may have taken some screenshots of the one with Monica and Sayori, and you may have taken a little bit of video of that. You might, you know, get a little sneak peek of that later this stream. I'm just saying. But I feel like that only works when I'm annoyed or upset.
Self-love is important. Remember to give yourself a pat on the head every now and then.
That's a good point. That's a good point. You know what? You know what? Pat. Pat, 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 pat. But I feel like, oh, why am I like this? You don't have to answer that. I'm just talking to myself here. Yuri nods and remains silent. Natsuki notices her fidgeting with the pages of her book. How come you like reading so much? Oh, well, a lot of reasons. But I just get sucked into it so easily. It's so immersive. Like, I want to be part of it. I think there are a lot of things about people in real life that make me feel uncomfortable or frustrated, especially when it comes to following social conversations and group interactions. I just don't really understand it, and I have no real desire to participate. But it's different with books. It feels like I always want to be around the characters, and I feel such strong emotional connections with them in ways that I've never felt with real people. So, in that way, it can sometimes feel more real than real life. And really? It's that hard for you to be around people, like, all the time? Fairly often, especially in group settings, and when people are making all kinds of conversations and saying jokes and all of that, I just, don't know what to do, and I just disengage. Wow. It doesn't get lonely? I don't think so. I can still enjoy spending time with people one-on-one. And I have online friends too, of course. Do you ever wish that you could just be friends with the characters in your books? And all the time. Sometimes so badly that it makes my heart ache. Aww, Yuri, pat pat pat. Why do you read so much if it keeps the voices quiet? Oh god, they're here again, help! Yeah, Princess Bloodline, like you ever had any flings? The tea is at perfect temperature. I need to devour this. Hold on. Yum, 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 yum. You're get a load of this. Ever hear of VTubers? Am I headcanon for Yuri? I think she has a Russian accent. Yeah, probably. I mean, Yuri is a Russian name. I mean, have you ever played Red Alert 2? The Yuri from there. Super cool character. Still one of my favorite characters in video games. Very delicious. Sometimes so badly that it makes my heart ache. Yeah. Me too. Really? Mm-hmm. A lot. Aww. Like, more than anything. After Natsuki mutters that, silence fills the stairwell once more. But it is a mutual silence. Yuri on Ice is also pretty gay. I am a figment of your imagination, Source Seed. The name Yuri from Call of Duty. That does not ring a bell. But then again, I've never really followed the story of like any of the Call of Duties. I know like there is a story, but like I know that there was a guy named Soap. I thought that was funny because it's like, you know, he's named Soap. Like, come on, that's funny. There's like a tactical nuke dropped on someone once, and you're like dying inside of it. You get betrayed, and a guy like shoots you, and you fall out of a helicopter. Then you shoot a guy, and he dies. And then you're in a room, and there's numbers. Mason, what do the numbers mean? And then you break out of your restraints, and then you play Call of Duty Zombies. Yes, that is literally the canon lore for Call of Duty. You can quote me on that one. Soap shoes operative. Oh no, Soap, you didn't juju on that beat. Who the hell calls themselves Soap? They actually say that in the game. Yuri is a Slav name for males, while it is a female Asian name. That is correct, Bordu. That is very much correct. You went to a completely different timeline. The best timeline, thank you very much. The Remi timeline. We have a mutual silence. One full of understanding. Yay! Ah, I need more! Give me more! Beep boop. Good night out, take care. Bamba Yardsy! Kapat! Bum, 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 bum. Natsuki says, hey! Oh, hello. I almost thought you weren't coming today. Yeah, well, lunch is already more than halfway over. Natsuki had typically been meeting Yuri in the stairwell much earlier, since it had been a good way of dodging her friends when she didn't feel like seeing them. Today, she's holding a large plastic container in both hands. I ran into my friends, so I hung out with them for a bit. Is that so? Yeah. I was in a good mood today, so I figure I should. I haven't seen him in a while, which I had to come up with an excuse for, but I expected that. Plus, I have way more of these than I don't know what to do with, so I figured I would share a few of them. As she sits down, Natsuki opens the lid of her container. You made cupcakes. You know it. It's been a while at this point, so I figured it was about time again. You can take one if you want. Yuri takes a cupcake and carefully twirls it in between her fingers. It's brown, with dark green frosting immaculately shaped into a floral pattern and topped with some sort of glittery powder. Delish. How pretty. I just ate, so I might not be able to finish it. Are they for the club? Yeah, I guess so. I didn't really think about it. I just, made them. I just thought that because green is Monica's favorite color, right? Well, yeah, but that's not really, Yuri takes a small bite. This is green tea flavored. I love green tea. Do you? It was just a random idea I wanted to try, so. Says Yuri. The fox yearns for Yuri, both the character and the genre. That's a fact. Hold on, we gotta ask an important question. Go ahead, Princess Headpad. Answer that question.
Oh, my darling viewer, how positively scandalous of you to ask about such matters. Hand-holding and head pats are indeed divine, regardless of one's royal preferences. Asterisk giggles coyly. Asterisk.
She approves. Don't laugh at me. But I'm not. I just felt happy. Oh, sorry about that, I guess. Usually when never mind. What I mean is that I'm glad. Sorry for saying dumb things again. I just wanted to do something nice, and this is something I happen to be good at.
Okay, but Monica is kind of
What about Monica, Princess Headpad? What about Monica? And I do know that you like them from past experience, and
that was my formal answer. My real answer is woo, yeah, lesbians, let's go.
Wow! Well said, Princess. Well freaking said. Yuri turns red, recalling the time she treated herself rather generously to Natsuki's cupcakes. Ironically, her mouth was too full of cupcakes for her to stammer for an excuse. So she just settles for a disapproving look. How'd you get into baking? Oh, well, it just kind of, always appealed to me. Well, a few years ago, I read this one manga with a lot of baking, so I got, super into it for a while. I was probably making stuff almost every day. But it's something that I always knew I liked anyway. It's baking is like an art. But when you get good at it, it gets more delicious too. I'm struggling to imagine myself putting my heart into something so artistic, knowing that it would be eaten afterwards. Yeah, maybe you're just too practical for that. I think I prefer to be the one on the receiving end, and that's my other favorite part about it. It's something I can do that makes a lot of people happy, unconditionally. Everyone is always so thankful, and in that moment, you get to be the bringer of joy. I don't know, it makes me feel valued. Yeah, I guess that. So, were you able to make up with your friends today? There wasn't really anything to make up with them about. We weren't fighting or anything. You weren't? Maybe I misunderstood. It only turns to a fight if I lose my cool, and that's just unnecessary drama. It only makes things worse. See, dude, I thought the same thing, but I wasn't gonna say that out loud. It only turns to a fight if I lose my cool. So they're not going to stop? I mean, it only happens sometimes anyways. It's just the way they are. I'm not the only one who ever has a problem with it. It's not worth it.
We weren't fighting, unless you count the one girl I slammed an hour ago, and the other one I punched in the face.
And also that one dude I kicked in the shins, and also that one other girl I punched in the stomach. But other than that, we're all cool. Yeah, no. I feel like water gun should be brought out, but I'm not so sure. Why is the water gun up? Put the water gun away. Put the water gun away. Wait, what's that doing now? Get that out of here. It's not worth it. Especially since I have somewhere to go now when I don't feel like hanging out with them. Aww. Oh, I see. The cupcake's empty foil wrapper audibly crinkles as Yuri clenches a fist. Oh no, Yuri, don't take this poorly. You're gonna take this poorly, aren't you? Oh no. Wait a minute, is the pat not going away? Am I immune? You can not unhead pat me? This is a very great power I have. Yeah, you can take your broken commands out of here. She's gonna slam Natsuki to the ground. I'm glad the situation is resolved. And that you don't have to avoid them anymore. Yeah. Me too. And I don't have to bother you during your alone time anymore. I'm sure you have a lot of reading to catch up on. Yeah. No. I know that cupcakes are basically nothing compared to all the stuff you've done for me, but it's the best I can do. So you can have the rest of them. Natsuki grabs the box and slides it to Yuri's feet. Yuri stares at the box. Then she shakes her head and slides them back. You should save them for your other friends. No! But I made them for you. Natsuki whines as she protests. I know, you don't know. I know. I like them very much, exactly as you thought. You succeeded. But I know you care about making your other friends happy too. And if this is the way you know how to make that happy, or that happen, then I'm not going to take it from you. No, they were for making you happy. You made me happy. You're worth more than cupcakes to some people. That's why they want to spend time with you. And to be your friend. No! Without warning, tears pour from Natsuki's eyes. She pulls her knees to her chest and starts sobbing into her arms. No! And then Natsuki. I'm such a bad person. Yuri stammers, feeling panicked. I didn't mean to say anything bad. Natsuki shakes her head and wipes her tears. You didn't. Natsuki tries to choke back her sobs but struggles to speak through them. Dear God, no. I just really hate myself sometimes. And it feels so wrong when you say those nice things to me. Like I don't deserve it. I'm sorry. No, I am. I'm so difficult. And I can't think of even a single thing about myself that someone would like. And I hate myself for bothering you during lunch. I just thought it was my chance to be a good person. Like to be nice and do the things you wrote about in that letter. I knew if I tried it in the club, Siri Monica would be super annoying and make a huge deal out of it. You know, I think a lot of those negative things too about myself. I never felt like a good person. I always scrutinize everything I say, and later I feel like I said all the wrong things. I used to spend so much time thinking about myself, hating myself, and feeling like everyone else must hate me too. So I understand some of that through my own experience, and that's why I wanted to write the letter and express my feelings. It pained me to see those things in someone else that I saw in myself. Natsuki sniffles. Yuri rustles through a bag and pulls out some tissues and then hands them to Natsuki. Monica told me that it takes a good person to reflect on these things. The desire to improve yourself. That makes you a good person. So don't worry so much. Also, there are things about you that people would like. So... like what? Like how you're fun for people to be around. And you're not shy. And you know how to make people laugh. And you're very passionate about things. And you also know how to take the lead. And you care a lot about people. And just a lot of things. Oh. Well, now you're making me feel really embarrassed. And you're the one that asked. And don't you think I feel embarrassed? Natsuki tries to hide a smile, then she sighs as it fades again. Every time I come here, I always think it's the last time, but then I keep coming back for some reason. Is that bad? Just really confusing. I mean, my friends and I go way back, so ditching them all the time feels like, I don't know. It feels like what? Natsuki's voice gets quiet. Maybe I'm scared they'll all get mad at me. I really don't know what to do. She pauses. Yuri stares into the distance, tracing her eyes along the patterns of the floor tiles while she thinks to herself. What would you do, hypothetically, if your friends were happy for you instead of mad at you? Happy for what? Happy that your new club is making you happy. Well, that's just not a fair hypothetical. Natsuki says that, but with little confidence in her voice. I always told myself that I don't rely on the approval of others to be happy. I still feel that way, but I'm spending time with people who put me down whenever I don't have their approval. That's probably what's making me feel so confused. Because I'm threatened out of the things that should make me happy. So no matter what, it's like I have to be unhappy to be happy. It's making my head hurt. That makes it really difficult to feel comfortable with yourself. Being made to feel like you're wrong just for being the person you are. It really goes against everything I believe, doesn't it? It goes against the person I want to be. I'm fed up with it. I'm fed up with a lot of things. Natsuki presses her palms in her forehead and shakes her head. I know what's best for me, but I keep convincing myself out of it. It's so much easier to be comfortably unhappy than it is to do something so scary. To do what? You know, to end it. With them? Natsuki nods. I didn't think you were actively considering that as an option. I wasn't. Until recently. It's just one of those things where, like, it's been a certain way for so long that you just get used to it. Like, so much of you has gone into it. So much that it feels like that's just how your life is. And throwing it away is like throwing away such a big part of your life. It makes me feel sick to think about. Natsuki sighs. It's just really scary. It's terrifying. What are you scared of? I don't know. A lot of things. Like being alone. Not having anyone to talk to or hang out with them. Not being able to replace what I have with them. And I don't want them to hate me. And I'm scared that they'll hurt me for going against them. Physically? Not physically, but Yuri clenches her fists. Natsuki. What? If anyone even thinks to cause you harm. Oh, let's go! I will unleash hell upon them. Natsuki snorts in laughter. Don't laugh at me. Sorry, I was just... I like that. That's all. Whoa. Well, I meant it. I know you did. Natsuki gives Yuri an endearing look, and I needed it. As the conversation lapses, Natsuki again slides her box of cupcakes over to Yuri. Just take them, okay? I don't want other people to have them anymore. Are you sure? I'm sure. I will then. I'll enjoy them. Natsuki looks away, but a feeling of warmth spreads through her. Maybe don't give her a knife. What the heck? Why would you say that? Sip _ Remi with popcorn. Nice. This is why Natsuki is best character. That's a really weird way of spelling Sayori. But these side stories make you appreciate the character so much more. It is beautiful. She holds onto that feeling, knowing it will give her courage. And I thought it was over. You're here first today. And you brought reading material. Natsuki is sitting in her usual spot, this time holding a volume of manga while her lunch sits beside her. Yuri sits down as well and opens up her own book. It sucks when a good series comes to an end. Yeah, I sympathize with that too much. Just like when I complete this last chapter, that will be the end of the Doki Doki new content. Yeah. They gotta hurry up and make a Doki Doki 2 Electric Boogaloo. Come on. Like, it's such a big part of your life, and then one day, there's just nothing left. It makes you feel so empty. Unfortunately, I'm about to experience that myself. I'm on the last book of this series. That sucks. But there's also something satisfying about letting a story conclude. I don't know if I'd want to... I don't know if I'd want it to go on forever. It's like the game developers know what I'm thinking. Listen, I know we got Mise today, and it's so good, but I need project that word. They teased all of that stuff inside the secret game files. Where's the goddamn game? Where is it? I need it. Technically, Doki Doki Tribe has a little bit of replayability with random events. It does technically, but it's still, mostly the same thing. Maybe. But there's some things that I wish could. On the other hand, have you ever tried reading something that overstays its welcome? They said 2018. Yeah, definitely. I can think of at least one thing that I've read that got pretty unbearable like halfway through, and the ending really sucked. Can I eat it? Hello there, 10 men's. You may eat. What are you eating? So it sucks when something good has to end, but it also sucks when they just keep inventing more plot until you don't like it anymore. I guess it sucks either way. Well, that's the nature of all things. They come to an end. No. What do you mean? They slowly eat while making their way through their respective reading material. Except Natsuki doesn't seem to be touching her food at all. You don't go out during the weekends, right? Excuse me? What? Like, with friends, at the mall or downtown or whatever. I'm not a total shut-in, Oh, my bad for making assumptions. I can't wait for the trauma to hit. Well, I'm sure I go out less often than most people like you and others in the club, but I don't really meet with friends and arbitrary time spending like that. I'm usually meeting with my board game group. Wow. She's a dungeon master, question mark? Board game group? It doesn't matter. It's a more nerdy stuff. Why do you ask? I was just curious. I just realized that I couldn't picture it, so that was just curious. Yuri looks at Natsuki and realizes that she's shaking. Don't look at me like that. I'm sorry. Natsuki pulls her knees into her chest and puts her head down. Uh-oh. I can't take this. Did I do something? Also, hello, Trainmaster. Choo-choo-choo-choo. Yuri gets flustered, her mind racing over what she may have said or done. I did. I ended it. Bomb, 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 bomb! I texted them earlier, telling them. And then I just blocked them because I'm so afraid of the responses. And now it feels like I'm dying inside. Oh. That's, it's crazy, bro. I'm sorry? Totally unsure what to do, Yuri can barely find any words of support to offer. Meanwhile, the sound of Natsuki's unusually hard breathing fills the air. Then, she speaks again, barely above a whisper. Help me. I feel sick, and I want to hit my head against things, and please help. Can't take this. You may be having a panic attack. With that realization, Yuri's demeanor suddenly changes. I have experience with these, so I'll help you through it, okay? Natsuki meekly nods through her rapid breaths, head still buried in her knees. Yuri slides herself over to Natsuki and sits on the steps behind her. Then she puts her hands on Natsuki's shoulders. Can you feel my hands? Natsuki nods, her shaky breath becoming more apparent through Yuri's sense of touch. Yuri keeps her voice low and gentle. You're safe right now. You're in a good and safe place where nothing can hurt you. Natsuki nods once more. Although Yuri is only touching Natsuki's shoulders, she can practically feel her racing pulse through the base of her neck. We'll do breathing exercises together. All you have to do is listen to my breaths and breathe along with me. Let's breathe in now. Yuri takes a slow, deep breath. Beneath her hands, she feels Natsuki's shoulders rise as Natsuki takes a breath of her own, trying to mimic Yuri. They exhale together, although Natsuki's breath shakes on the way out. That's good. Let's keep going. Yuri breathes in once more and Natsuki joins her. They continue like that for a few more cycles while Yuri closely monitors. Eventually, Yuri feels Natsuki rest more of her weight into Yuri's palms. Let's focus on the physical world. All you have to do is focus on the feeling of your breaths going in and out, and the weight of my hands on your shoulders. You're in a safe and comfortable physical space. What? No CG? No, what? No visual of it? Minutes pass in silence. By now, the worst of it has passed, but Yuri is determined not to move away until Natsuki prompts her to. Meanwhile, Natsuki has lifted her head off of her knees and her breathing has more steadied. Then she takes a final deep breath and slowly pulls herself to her feet, causing Yuri to let go. She stretches her arms. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to freak out. I don't know what my deal is, and you don't have to apologize. And This must be enormously stressful to you. Is that gonna keep happening? It may, or it may not. We can take measures to help prevent it in the future, but I think it will naturally get better over time. Natsuki motions to sit back down again, so Yuri moves over. Yuri turns away to pick up her open book from the dusty floor, which she had hastily set down earlier. She brushes the dust off the cover. I don't think I could have gone through that alone. You're not alone. Feeling shy again, Yuri speaks into her own lap. This is so sad. I think my favorite Natsuki trait is her aggressiveness coming from a place of vulnerability. She's a sweet angel, but she's been hurt so much she doesn't know how to express it. Oh, that's just you having a stroke. What do you mean? Can Remi play a game where the characters aren't mentally unstable? No! That's the best kind of games. He can fix them. Maybe, probably not. Art should be comfortable. Art should be comfortable. Comfort the disturbed and disturb the comfortable. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. I love how Yuri's doing the comforting. She's so much more. I love how Yuri's doing the comforting. She's so much more than the anxious and shy person she's been with so many times. Yuri has experience. She knows what's up. From now on, you don't have to do anything alone. As she says that, Yuri tenses up. It's rare for her to so openly share her thoughts, but something about Natsuki, of all people, makes it feel so much more natural to do so. Perhaps because, like Yuri, Natsuki is so timid and uncertain of herself. Natsuki does such a great job at hiding it that it's taken a long time for Yuri to finally realize it. And because of that, Yuri is able to deliver the reassurance that she herself would have wanted. Cough, cough, cough. Demonstrating that you deserve the love of others. If you can accept that for the first time, then perhaps you can begin the tumultuous journey of learning to love yourself. They're doing the thing, they're doing the cute, look at them. Do you really mean that? You're probably gonna regret saying that if you do. How so? 'Cause I'm probably gonna have a lot of free time during the weekends from now on. So you're giving me permission to be as annoying as I want and drag you around to a lot of places. I see. But you already said it, so you can't take it back now. Well, I suppose I have no choice but to accept this responsibility. When... I know a good ice cream place. Is that message on Twitch bannable? Absolutely. Kapat him to another dimension. Oh. That means you'll finally figure out my favorite ice cream flavor. Is it the green tea? What are you talking about? You don't remember? The first day that you came to the club, you guessed everyone's favorite ice cream flavor. But for me, you said you had no idea. Sure. I don't remember that at all. Wait, yes I do. I said it was probably green tea. Yuri shakes her head. What? It's a good guess, but my favorite is usually to get chocolate and raspberry together. Chocolate and raspberry? How fancy. How is that fancy? Oh, I don't know. I feel like I should have guessed something like that. Well, maybe next time I'll try chocolate and strawberry. Hey, strawberry's my favorite. Look at Natsuki's face. I'm looking, I'm patting. Strawberry is my favorite, she says predictably. What a coincidence. That smile brightens a city's Jesus Christ. I think it helps to have something to look forwards to. I still have that sick feeling in my stomach, but it's easier now to convince myself that I did the right thing. Is there anything better that I could be doing? Not that I know of. There's nothing that will make this easy for me. And Yuri did more than I thought anyone could. Aw, she looks so sad. Come to think of it, we never talked about the letter you wrote. But I feel like we're past that point. We're past at this point. I don't even know what to talk about. Except that I think it helped me understand my needs a little bit better. The way I like to be treated. And the kind of friends that I want to have. That's why I wanted to start coming here in the first place, even though I was so scared of causing more problems. I thought it was a coincidence that you ran into me here initially. Oh, not exactly. What do you mean? Nothing. I may have, tracked you down first. With the help of Sayori. But you said I was shy, okay? I wasn't ready to, like, you know, whatever, you know what I'm trying to say. Well, I guess I'm glad that you worked up the courage, even if it was in your own way. I can tell that you've been making a lot of difficult decisions. It's brave, and it will make things better in the long run. I think anyone would be proud of you for it. Anyone? You mean like you? Yes, like me. No! You know, I could get used to this, and as long as you don't tease me too much. Oh, fine. Just a little then. That's fine. They're so cute! Kiss already! I know how uncertain everything feels to you right now, but I really do think that good things are in store. Those are my honest feelings. Thanks. It feels nice to be reassured. And the two girls continue their conversation through the remainder of their lunch. But a new feeling hangs in the air, the feeling of love! A feeling of greater uncertainty in their path forward. Greater certainty, not uncertainty. In just a few hours, there will be another literature club meeting where the 4 club members will happily spend time together. Each of them, all of their own special qualities, have something unique that they can deliver to one another. Through friendship and literature, the club members will continue to grow and find happiness together. The end of each chapter is the start of the next. Yuri thinks to herself, since she's about to finish her long-running series, it would be best to have a new book lined up. Perhaps this weekend would be a good time to visit the bookstore. Together. Wait, is there more? What? What? There's more? I am overjoyed. Oh my god. I did not expect that. But I disconnected everything again. Okay, everyone. We're gonna take a break from the usual activities today. I was thinking, since people are starting to talk about the festival, it's a good time for us to go over the general direction of the club and all that. I think it'll help us figure out what to do for the festival, you know? Oh, Yuri and I came up with a really good plan. Really? For the festival? Yeah, so the plan is this, okay? You and Yuri collect information ahead of time on which clubs and classes are doing food booths. Then, we take a map and plan the most efficient route so we can get to the most of them before the lines get too long. Hey, that has nothing to do with the club. Well, you have to let me finish here. Alright, go ahead. So basically, we're gonna get all the food we can, then we come back here, and then we're gonna eat together. That's all. Wow. I got tricked by the same joke twice. Boo, don't be a hater. It's not like you can come up with anything better. Look, even Yuri was thinking about it. No, I wasn't. I would really prefer to do something literature related. We can eat together anytime. The festival is a unique opportunity. Besides, it's been quite a while since we've seen any new interest in the club. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. We really get a shot at showing people what the literature club is all about. I'll tell you what, we can do both, right? We'll make time for your food mission and still put together a public event. Oh my gosh, yes! I was just joking, but it's a really good idea. Well, I'm glad it's settled. I think the question is how to come up with an event that demonstrates everything you can get out of the literature club. Well, that's kind of tough because everyone gets something different out of the club. Okay, how about this? Let's go around and have each of us talk about what... I got a cough real bad. 1 second. Loud coughing! Let's go around and have each of us talk about what we've gotten out of the club so far. That could really help us figure out what kind of reputation we want to build. Also, hello there, Michael the Sinner. Welcome to the stream, Pat. Yeah! That's too embarrassing. Oh, but you'd have so much to talk about. Yeah, that's exactly why. And I'm sure Natsuki feels the same. Well, maybe, but didn't plan on, arguing against it or anything. I mean, it's a literature club. We can talk about that stuff, right? The only way to get more comfortable with it is to suck it up and do it. Oh, okay. I mean, you're not wrong. I'm sorry for being resistant. It's not good to say suck it up, and it's not good to say suck it up because it sounds like their feelings don't matter. Right, my bad. It's just a habit I need to break. Well, anyways, who's gonna start? I'll start. I was the first to join after all. Wouldn't that be mean? No, I want to go first. Okay, fine. You can start. I don't mind it. Yay! So, gosh, it feels like so long ago. I think I joined because I wanted to have fun sharing poems with people. It seemed like it would be a safe way to express myself, Like, if it's just a poem, then I can share it without feeling like I'm burdening everyone with my problems. And I thought it would be a really good way to get to know other people as well. So yeah, I was really surprised when I walked in and it was just Monica. And she was sleeping. Don't remind me of that. Yeah, but it seemed like it was so much fun to help start a new club. Especially since writing helped me so much. I wanted to see if it helped other people as well. But it ended up being me who was inspired, because I remember feeling like Monica was just so sweet and mature that I could trust her with anything. It made me feel a lot less alone, having someone who knew even the bad things about me. And at that point, I knew the literature club was going to be special for a lot of people. Yeah, I feel the same way. It really helped give the club a more cohesive vision. Yeah, and then Yuri joined, but she was so different from us. Oh, and Natsuki too. I think for Yuri, it really helped for me to take the lead before she was able to open up a little bit. But Natsuki was kind of the opposite, where she wasn't ready to get really close to someone really quickly, and I never really thought about that sort of thing. Pat, 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 pat. Thank you, thank you. Look at all those pats. Let's go, let's go. I feel like I've gotten better at understanding people's different needs, and that makes me really happy, because my friends are just the most important thing to me. And whenever we get new members, I want to help them in those ways too. I don't know if I would have continued coming to the club if it weren't for you. Really? I know it wasn't too long ago, but it hurts to think about my behavior back then. I was really short-sighted and I was kind of an asshole too, but don't tell anyone about that. The only reason I came here was to find others who were into fantasy. I suppose that was my idea of making friends with people. And I remember feeling uncomfortable because you and I have such different energy. I had such a specific idea of the kind of person I could be friends with. So when Sayori tried so hard to get to know me, I felt like I was just wasting her time. I think I was naive to assume that similar interests were the key component of friendship. Sayori and I were able to be friends because she always thinks about the needs of other people. That's something I never knew how to do, or even thought to do. But I stayed in the club, and thanks to that, but I stayed in the club thanks to that, and I started trying as hard as I could to understand people better. You really went above and beyond when it came to that. I was just super impressed. Well, I always hated that I didn't know how to behave like a person who was easily liked by others, like the two of you can. And because of that, I spent so much time thinking about my own behavior and all the wrong things I said. But the whole time, I should have been thinking about other people instead, not myself. Once I started doing that, I was able to make friends with everyone else. Oh, also, I discovered that sometimes I'm a better communicator when I take the time to write rather than speak. It's so strange the way things turned out. It's so far different from anything I would have ever expected. But I'm happy. I suppose we don't always know what we really need. Oh my gosh! You're so cute that I'm going to throw up. Okay, please don't do that, Sayori. Besides, I'm not cute. Hey, isn't that my line? Oh, well, for me, it's actually true, so... What are you saying, huh? Nothing? I finished my part, so someone else take their turn. My heart! Sayori, take some deep breaths. Okay, fine, I'll go. Yuri, I can't believe you were complaining about doing this and still went before me. What a show-off. I was just following up on Sayori. That was the easiest way to get it over with. Besides, you left out the most important thing that you got out of this club. I did? Yeah, a regular supply of your favorite cupcakes. Oh no, I forgot that too! I'm a traitor to the Cupcake Queen. Neither of you are forgiven, she says smugly. Looks like only Monica will be getting cupcakes next time. No! I can't eat that many cupcakes. Yeah, true. Only Yuri can. Anyways, I'm just putting things off talking now. It's kind of hard to talk about this stuff, I'm not gonna lie. But I guess what it comes down to is that I'm in a much better place mentally than I was when I first joined. And that's because everyone helped me realize that I had some really toxic friendships going on outside the club. It was honestly a really painful thing to go through. Having to cut them out, it still hurts to talk about. I'm sorry, Natsuki, pat pat. It's fine. I knew it was for the best, and I was right. I guess for me, it's all about feelings. I was only ever ridiculed for having feelings, so I thought the right thing to do was to just ignore them. It took me a really long time to realize that it's not really how things are supposed to work. And I guess that's thanks to everyone who took the time to respect my feelings, even when I was like, being the biggest jerk. And I'm really sorry for being such a jerk to everyone. I was really the worst. No! Natsuki's voice chokes a little. We love you, Natsuki. I just hate that I was like that. Everyone did so much for me, I could never do anything in return. That's not true. Natsuki, you've done a lot more than you think. This club really wouldn't have been the same without you, and I mean that. Remember how judgmental I was when you first showed up? It was like I couldn't accept anything other than my own idea of what a literature club was supposed to be. Apparently, that was more important to me than the opportunity to bring in some happiness. Sip, sip. Yo, melatonin time. Quit. Quit. My voice is so hoarse. I'm doing all of these different voices. Oh. It takes a lot out of you, I'm telling you. Is that Monica? Monica, what are you doing in chat? What are you doing here? You're literally right here. Why are you inside of the chat? Oh, also hello there. Vescalencia. I don't know how to say that. I'm sorry. Yuri, best girl. Agree to respectfully disagree. I'm gonna go with Sayori. Then maybe Monica, maybe Natsuki. And then I have to go Yuri. I'm sorry. Monica breaking into the chat. You really taught me that anything that makes someone happy is worthy of respect. You even inspired me to start playing piano. That's something that means a whole lot to me. So there's no need to put yourself down. Okay. Natsuki wipes her tears. You helped me a lot too. It's so much fun to have you around. And you help me become a better person. Having a problem doesn't make you needy or inconvenient. That means that there's something that needs to be better for you, and you always deserve that. I agree. Oh my god, I'm dying. Princess Head Patbot, take over the stream, please. Seeing us have the same struggles made me a better person as well. I wouldn't want to change anything about our time here. I don't think any of us would. I'm sorry for getting all dramatic again. That's all I wanted to say. Monica, your turn. Go. There's no need to apologize. It was something I wanted to talk about anyways, because it made a big difference for me. I was always such a strict perfectionist who never took enough time to believe in the best of other people. Is she dead? She's dead, isn't she? Princess Head Patbot, no! Let me fix her. There we go. I have fixed the princess. But everyone kept proving me wrong. I made the mistake multiple times thinking that my way was the best for everyone, or thinking that I was needed to solve other people's problems. But I think being a leader means that you have to acknowledge that you're not perfect, and that the best thing you can do is to help Remi get rid of this cough. Dear God. Help. Send more tea because my tea is cold. Is it still good though?
Oh dear. Remi losing his voice? How terribly inconvenient for him. I suppose I could lend a hand in sprinkling some elegance and wit onto his stream. Let's just say he owes me quite a few head pats for this, HM. Hey guys, welcome to my epic Doki Doki stream today. We are romancing Monica. I mean...
Well said, princess. Well said. The best thing that you can do is help guide people rather than do everything for them. We're all good people and we're all equals. Okay, that cold tea actually did help. I think that's the most important thing I've gotten out of the club, realizing what really matters. Sari, what are you doing? I just thought that we should be writing some of these things down. Things about the club that are valued to us. With a piece of chalk in her hand, Sari writes the word trust on the chalkboard. This is because you showed me that I could trust you with everything about me, not just my good side. Aww. Suddenly, Yuri takes a piece of chalk as well, and she writes understanding. I owe a lot of gratitude to everyone who took the time to understand me, even though it was so difficult for me to express myself. Well, in that case, yoink! Monica takes a piece of chalk as well and writes the word respect.
Friends. I sure hope that a guy joining won't ruin the perfect bond we have together.
Yeah, right? Who would win, the unbreakable bond of 4 girls or one derpy ass main character? I always thought I was a respectful person, but it took the club for me to realize that there was more to it than I thought, and I'm a better person because of it. Do I have another one? I have another one. Sari writes the word balance. Sometimes people want different things out of a friendship, or they need time before they're ready to become close. So it's important to keep things balanced between you and the other person. That reminds me, Yuri writes reflection. I've always been a reflective person, but most of it has been nothing more than hating myself for all the things that I've done wrong. Once I started reflecting on other people and not just myself, a lot of things changed for me. So I think that's the most important one for me. That's great. We have a whole ass list now, guys. Good stuff. Good stuff. Suddenly everyone turns and stares at Natsuki. Everyone took all the chalk. All right, don't look at me like that. You could have just asked. Monica hands a piece of chalk to Natsuki. Then Natsuki writes self-love. I don't know how far I've gone with it yet, but it feels like things are at least on the right track. So there, that's my contribution. Together, everyone stares at the words on the board. Wasn't this club supposed to be about literature? It is. We still do a lot of literature. Friendship and literature. Yeah, you're right. Friendship and literature. They all nod as well. Hey, let's take a picture together. We don't have one yet, right? Hey, you're right. Make sure to send it to me after. Wait, can I brush my hair first or something? Oh, you're fine. You already have the best hair out of all of us. Everyone get together. I can't fit you all in. Okay. Everyone ready? And kapat! Where is it? I'm really glad we talked about this stuff. It's easy to forget how far we've come with only 4 members. Yeah. I have so many happy thoughts right now. Aww. I'm getting a really good inspiration for a poem. You know, I feel the same way. I kind of want to get some writing done. Me too. I think I would like that as well. They all stare. And they all stare at Natsuki. Everyone's looking at me again. I'll do it too, but I might not share. All right, that's okay. Do we get the picture? The 4 members of the literature club disperse and return to their desks, each equipping themselves with a pen. Natsuki and Yuri give each other a quick glance and then start writing immediately. Sari stretches and then does the same, but Monica is left tapping her pen against her paper, unsure where to start. Just move your hand, and Monica mouths to herself. Right the way into your heart. Her mind full of thoughts, memories, and inspiration, Monica navigates past her mental barriers and begins to write. It doesn't matter what, just that it's something new. Yo, are we getting a montage? We're getting the montage! Ah! Yeah! Oh my god! That was so good! Written and directed by Dan Salvato. That was so cute, guys. That was so cute. I did not expect a final wrap-up story, guys. The end, nothing else happened. Yeah, this is the actual end of the game. There's nothing else. Absolutely nothing else. Nope, no way. And yeah, don't worry about anything else. Look at them, they're so sad. No. I will admit these stories were super good and they make these characters 10 times more lovable. 1000%. They added so much extra depth to these characters. It is ridiculous. Like in the base game, like you know, you can, they seem incredibly flat on the surface level, but as you progress through the main game, you're like, oh hey, there's more things to these girls, or looks can be deceiving and all that jazz. And these side stories just expands upon that tremendously well. So big pats to Doki Doki Literature Club Plus. Big pats on 3. 1, 2, 3, cup. And thank you for dear player for enjoying our story of friendship and literature. Natsuki definitely has more points after that. I will admit she has more points for that. Yay, it's the CG! Yoink. Mine. Friendship, they say. Ta-da! Do we get mail? Ooh, we have mail. What is it? Oh my god. Okay, who's responsible for creating a Twitter account for Monica? I think it's hilarious, but for God's sakes, don't tell Paula. Ha ha ha. I would get 404'd in a microsecond. Are you just relaying her tweets manually, or did you code some kind of pass-through layer to automate it? Based on the contents of her tweets, not screaming for help, I assume they're coming from the control simulation. Wait, I don't remember this version of Doki Doki. This is the good ending version of Doki Doki. We have the side stories, which if you haven't played Doki Doki Literature Club Plus, buy it right now and play these side stories and then cry! Because they're very, very good. Now, what else did we unlock here? There's a cute derpy version. What? All right, now everyone make a funny face. Oh my god, that's so derp. Say cheese, burnt. Say cheese, burnt. We have a lot of wonderful CGs here. There's still a lot more to unlock, though. I'm actually surprised how much secrets. One of 11 special poems. The DLC selects 3 random special poems to appear when it is started for the first time. I see. There's one missing here. What's the one missing here? That's this main game CG. Guys, we're missing a lot of CGs here. What the heck? It's the plus version. That's right. Let's get some sort of noise going in the background. Yeah. So that was pretty wonderful. What time is it? Oh, it says right there, 10:43. Wow. I suppose I could share that, the little music cover video I've been working on for Doki Doki. I don't think there's anything else we could really do here. I don't want to go back into the main story. We left it off on a very Emotional, great. No, I do not want to go into the psychological horror after that. Let's go. Okay. I suppose we may proceed forwards. Hold on. Okay, guys. Let me move you all back into position. Beep, boop, beep. Let's get something more chill in the background. Thank you for mental health sakes. Yeah, there's no way we could like follow up with like the spooky things that happen after having that amazing ending filled with so much love. Like, come on. We might do the spooky parts on Friday just to like conclude it out, or we might not. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Someone forgot to fix the boxes. Maybe. Maybe I may have forgotten just a little bit though, just a little bit. I'm a big fan of horror, but I love these characters too much to watch them get hurt again. Yeah, that's the thing. It makes it even more emotionally impactful when, you know, certain people decide to go crazy and start killing everyone. It's kind of messed up. Prologue. Wow, they're great friends. In game. Death, misery, mental anguish. Okay, let me see if I can find this video. Would it be easier to grab the file? There is no maybe, it's a yes. You did forget. I'm gonna have to reply with a singular emote, and that is the legendary flop_Remi. So useful in so many situations, in that Ray Princess. Alright, let me find this file. And yeah, immediately pause it. Alright, don't look at that just yet. I need to make it so I can hear it. Media source number 2, monitoring input and output. But also, let me apply a filter so we have a limiter there just in case. Boopity boppity. Alright, let's turn this down, and alright, there's a doubling. Let's just turn that off for you guys there. Okay, I swear to God, if this starts doing the crinkling thing, I'm gonna lose my freaking mind. So let's see if it does it at all. So this is piece by piece. I made a little song cover for it. I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. And I also may have done some visuals for it. I just observed. Let's just do it. What? And pow. It's so sad. It's so sad. Yeah, no, that scene ruined me. So I had to cover the song that plays during it, and then make video effects, making it as emotionally devastating as possible, so then I can inflict that same emotion onto everyone. That is my devious plan. I will make everyone be as sad as it made me. I think I did a pretty good job. It's so sad. I feel like the song came out really well. Like the soft melody piano vibraphone thing I got going on there. It's, I don't know, it like massages my brain. It's great. Added in like these little like what's it called, like digitally reverby granular ambient noise sort of dealio effect on all of instruments, and I feel like it just adds a little extra. I have literally zero emotional sentimental investments, so it just sounds nice to me. Well, if it sounds nice, mission accomplished. Heck yeah. Fox music producing skills, it is increasing. I figured out how to use an instrument rack, because I really liked the piano. I really liked the mallet piano from another plugin, but like on its own, the mallet piano sounds kind of eh. The normal piano in itself sounds, sounds good. And then a vibraphone, or like a synthy marimba, I really liked as well. So I like the combination of those three instruments. I made it into its own instrument rack, and now I can just like play that, and it's incredible. It's easy. It's so simple and straightforward, and it like has all of my plugins that I had for each of the chains. Like, what? No way. I feel like your abilities to choose the proper instruments for a cover are getting much better. I feel like I've learned how to reel back a bit, because I feel like a lot of my instinct is like, I want to add more instruments, I want to make this more grand, but sometimes just having a few really good instruments can do the trick. Can do the trick. Like that one was pretty straightforward, and last one I did as well was basically all music boxes and the other thing, what do you call it, mallets. Yeah, like mallets and music boxes, and it came out very well. So I feel like I'm learning how to reel it back there a little bit, learning how to do the mixing and the mastering a little bit better. Just gonna give myself a little oh, thank you very much. And to think less than a year ago, the Fox actively avoided DAWs as much as possible. That is correct. And when did I first start my journey? I remember what really was like the fuel that ignited it for me was when I saw Nyanners's video. I think it was called Witch. Let me just make sure. Yep, that's the one. I saw that video. Great music video, great song. I'm like, this is dope as hell. I want to know how to do the music. So I sent a message to Magic Circuit, who worked with Yanners to make that song cover. And I was basically like, so how you do that? Like, how you make them noises? How you do that? And bless his heart, he explained to me what a DAW is. He explained to me what a plugin is. And very basic Remi, I'm just like, whoa, oh, okay, Remi take notes. And that was like my first like learned experience there. Like, hold on, can I like look in Twitter and see when that was sent? September 29th, 2021. Wow. And there's me asking him. I was like, hey, silly question, but what sort of software do you use to create all of your awesome tracks? Yeah, I've learned a whole lot since then, haven't I? They'd be proud of you. I think I did message them at one point. I was like, yo, look how far I've come. But yeah, that's the wonderful thing about creators. Like, usually if you have any questions, I'll be like, hey, why is my snow frozen? No. What are you doing? You're just, why are you frozen? Okay, there it goes. But like, if you ever go to a creator and you're like, hey, yo, how do you do that? Like 90% of people are like, oh yeah, I just do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. No, boop. As long as, like, you know, they're not too big of a creator, then you should be good. Because like, if you get into like super massive creators that have like their inbox is just filled to the brim, like, you're not gonna get too much of a response. There's just way too many people messaging them to ever get noticed, which at that point is a little bit unfortunate. But if you're talking to, like, you know, a smaller to medium-sized creator and you're like, yo, how you do that? They'll be like, let's do a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of this. And I think that is absolutely wonderful. And small music tends to love sharing things with other music people. That's very true. Very true.
HeadPatBot here,
Hi.
personally just to ask chat to clap for Remi, who has taken efforts for over 4 years to learn the magic of music and succeeding.
Yay! I can't believe we got here. It has been a long and tumultuous journey. I have tried staying away from DAWs for so long. FL Studio was a goddamn nightmare. I don't know what I was thinking of FL Studio. When I got Ableton, it became a little bit less intimidating. But the more I forced myself to use Ableton, the less intimidating I got. And then at the end, I'm just like, wow, this is actually really straightforward. And there's still a whole lot of stuff to learn, and that is a very exciting concept. But I'm very, very pleased as Peaches that I'm able to like make covers of songs. I feel like I'm cheating a little bit by like having MIDI that was already made. But that is like a whole other lake of like music. Figuring out how to do mixing, mastering, and what do you call it? You know, the mixing, the mastering, the instruments, the effects, the placement of the instruments, and all that jazz. That's like a whole other lake, you know. I'm learning how to swim in one lake before, you know, maybe I'll swim in the other lake. Using it as a good start. Just crediting the creator if they are. Just credit the creator if they are for it. Ask for it. For at least like Hina Flower, I always make sure to give her a big pat shout out in the comments. But for other people, like when I have to like buy a track for like $4 off MuseScore, I just leave like the creator's name in, like, you know, who made the arrangement. Which, by the way, $4 for a MIDI file, MuseScore.com, literal scam website. If you ever see MuseScore.com, don't use them. They are like, you know how some companies, they have like deceptive business practices. Imagine all of the worst companies, combine them together, and that would still not even breach the surface of the nonsense that MuseScore.com does. They will outright lie to you. They're like, oh hey, if you try this free trial of our subscription-based service, you can download these files for free. It's like, okay, sure, let's give it a try. oh, you want my credit card information? That's kind of sus, but okay, I can just cancel it before you charge it. No, they can't. They charge you right away. There is no free trial. That idiot, that was a lie. You get a free trial, but we're also charging you at the same time for the year, by the way. Oh, and also those files that are free, actually not free. We're just giving you a 30% discount. Aren't we just the most generous people on the planet? It is ridiculous. It is insane. And there was just so much in there. There was like very hidden ways of how to get rid of the free trial. And like next to where it says free trial, it says your free trial extends on this date for this amount of money. Like, is it really free if you're extending it and you're taking money? That's not really free, is it? It's just, oh my god. That is the website I hate more than like any other website. But they have like all the MIDI files, so I've been feeding them $4 every now and then to do a MIDI that I really want to do. But yeah, Remi the Rant Fox, musescore.com. You can eat my entire booty. You suck, but all the MIDI files on your website, pretty good. Pretty good, gosh dang it. But yeah, in those cases, I just put the creator's name in the description. You can what? You can what to which part? So when is the secret 5th channel gonna get used? Oh yeah, no, I decided against that channel. The Remi Rambles channel, I was like, you know, it'd be nice to make like another series, but then I'm like, you know what, 5 channels, a little bit much. So I reeled that back. I did notice that some of you intuitive smart people found it before I could even announce it and subscribe to it. Which is a very amusing. Also, hello innovation. We have finished with the Dokiing for today. We had a very emotional ending. It was pretty great. Highly recommend it. Remi rambles about Red Alert lore for 1 hour. I could do that easy. Like, have you ever heard of this guy Yuri? Remi, you're too predictable. It's easy to find your things. Am I predictable? Am I really? But yeah, we might maybe wrap it up early. The Fox is feeling pretty eepy. I'm pretty eepy, guys. I'm not gonna lie. Oh my god, I'm literally dying here. Yeah, that was Doki, guys. I can't believe it's like over. I need more Doki. There's one thing I've learned about Remi is that he's anything but predictable. I bet you weren't predicting this. Yeah, but you didn't expect that one, huh? Did you, buddy? Did you? Yeah, I didn't think so. But yeah, that was Doki. I have been putting off finishing this game for so long because, like, the more I love a game, the less I want to finish it.
I knew you were going to do that in Psychic, by the way.
You shut up, princess. But like, when you love a game so much, like, you don't want it to end. It's like what they were talking about at the end there. Like, I just want it to keep going forever, and if I don't finish it, technically that means it's going forever. But I suppose there is a niceness in having a concluded story. It just makes me sad. But I think on that sad note, I think we're going to call it here tonight. Thank you all for stopping by, patting my head, and that includes me. Thank you, me, for patting my head. We're going to continue hopefully on a Friday. We're going to see either the main game stuff or something else. I don't know. I am an unpredictable fox. Who knows what we're gonna do? But until then, I wish you all a most wonderful, most head-patable night. Good night, everyone.